Hey guys, Boz here. Another week, another set of videos. This week, the theme, books. So we're going to get right to it. As always, in the description of the video, there's a link to download this world if you'd like to check it out on your own. And also a link that gives you the address to the server if you want to come on and build on whatever the current theme is for that week. So let's get right started here. We have Bubba Joe. Very basic, very simple here. Percy Jackson logo. It says Percy Jackson is the best book series ever created. So that's why I made Percy Jackson's name in cool text, with the Y being a trident for his father, Poseidon. Well, there you have it. The best book ever, the best series, according to Bubba Joe. Nicely done, Bubba. Alright, next we have a build here by Sword Slayer, and it's a book, the old bookshelf from Minecraft, but in here we have the Twilight books, we have science books, we have fantasy books, we have history books, Harry Potter books. Lizzie would like that. So kind of a neat idea of making a bookshelf and then inside it having, in a sense, a library. So very cool, nicely done, Sword Slayer. Alright, our next build here is by Kiki. There didn't look to be a book to tell me what this is. How odd that on the theme books I didn't get anything, but it looks like a rabbit or a cat or something. I guess that's a cat popping out of a book that's on an empty shelf. So I like the lantern up there, the lamp, the bookshelf, and then this is a nice book, and like I said, it looks like a cat popping out of it. So nice build, Kiki. Alright, our next build here is by Musician, and it says books here on the ground, and we have The Fault in Our Stars, we have The Twilight, and we have, what do we got here? We have Green Eggs and Ham and The Giving Tree. So I did not see any book to tell me about these books, but I'm assuming these are 4 books that are favorites or are important to Musician. Alright, next we have a build by the Red Scott, and again, no book, but it looks like this is Suzanne Collins, who might be an author, don't know, must be writing her next book. I don't know who this is, and I don't Google ahead of time. And again, you guys, on the theme books, you guys are not leaving me any books with information. I don't see anything hidden. So, but very cool. I'm assuming this is the author. I don't know what else to say because I'm not sure about her. You guys can all fill me in there. But a nice build by you, Red Scott. Alright, next we have a build by Moon Fairy. And it says, hello and welcome to the fairy tale maze, and our childhood fairy tales were all around. I decided to build a maze with a few fairy tales from the fairy tale book we had. Can you find all fairy tales? Hope you like it. Lovely Moon Fairy. Yes, if you fly up, you can see the word fairy tale in golden. Okay, yeah, I kind of see it. Yeah, fairy tale. I sees it. So you've got a maze here, and this is a good thing to kind of take a look at if you download the world, work your way through it. I'm not going to run through the maze because I'll just end up getting lost. We got chicken, we got cat, we got dog, we got donkey. I don't know what that's for, but it's very cool. So very cool, very neat idea, very well done. I like the fairy tale that looks visible from up above. Nicely done, Moon Fairy. Alright, next we have a build by Squeezy Ducky. And we have Lorax here, or Lorax. And this is a Dr. Seuss thing, I believe. Not that familiar with it. And then we have Save the Trees on these signs. We have some trees behind. I don't know much about this book, but I like it. It was unique, it was different, and nicely done. Alright, this next one. Now this next one's by somebody you guys probably don't know. You know, she's got some problems. Not a very good builder, but you know, I didn't really want to show it because I thought this was pretty weak. But it's by somebody called Piper Bunny. All kidding aside, this is the lovely and talented Piper. She's back, her first build on a theme server. And when I first saw this, I thought it said, get in a lost good book. And I thought, boy, that doesn't make any sense. Then I thought, oh, it's get lost in a good book. So you know Piper, you know she likes books. And she did some signs. She didn't even put a book. You know, the person who loved books. It says, get lost in Piper's good book filled with recommendations, including Boz's favorite book. Don't get lost, though. Find the entrance on the spine of the book. Here it is. Let's go in. Let's see what we see here. I don't see anything yet. There we go. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Game of Thrones, The Maze Runner, Treasure Island, Maximum Ride, Alex Rider, The Big Lie, Percy Jackson. I don't know if she's got more stuff hidden here because she hasn't shown my favorite book yet. She doesn't even know. I know what she's going to put in here, but it's not my favorite book. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Very Hungry, blah, 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 blah. Let's just see if I can find it because I know how she thinks. There it is. Everybody poops. It's true. It is a true story. So you have that. You have that going for you, Piper. But it is not my favorite book. I don't think she's ever asked me. You know, you would think she would ask that question. But she's never asked me what my favorite book is. Does she know? No, she does not. So we got some sci-fi stuff here. But a very cool build. Get back out here on the outside. But I like the text. I like the book. Very nice job, really, to cram all that inside that book. You know, very, very much Doctor Who-ish with the bigger on the inside. So very nicely done to Piper. Will she return in other theme builds? Who knows? But we do know if she plays Battle Royale, she'll be the first to die. Alright, next up we have a build, and it's always easy for me to tell her builds, but this build is by Lil Pie. She's got her name back. Thank you. Instead of all these crazy names. There was a book that says, Dear Boz, you actually happen to come across my build, which I highly doubt seeing as it's... I must read this the way it should have been written. I highly doubt seeing as it sucks, and all my builds just contain a statue of me. Gracias. You couldn't already tell my build is... I'm not even going to try to read that. Because that's not English. First to die, James Patterson. There's Lil Pie reading the book. We got another book here on the ground, or maybe that's an Oreo cookie. You never know. And this looks like another book on the ground. She's very messy. She should read one at a time. Then we got lots of weird magical stuff here. This is her end collection and her head collection. Obviously not from UHC's because she dies all the time first. I kid. But really cool, really unique build, and thanks for putting a foreign language in your book. All right, next up we have a book here been built by Mr. Mind King. It says comic books, and then we've got some comic books here. It looks like the Hulk, maybe Spider-Man there, I don't know. It looks like Thor. I don't know what that one is. Maybe that's like Batman get ready to hug somebody. Maybe Captain America there. Hawkeye possibly, I don't know, or the Arrow there. I don't know, you know. And then a very cool comic book logo there, a nice book. And then I think this is a trolley thing because there's nothing down there, but those stairs go all the way down to bedrock and then there's nothing. So Mind King is a troll, but nice build. All right, next build's by Crystal Bat. It says, hello, Crystal Bat here. I love books, so when I saw the theme, I had no idea what to build. I finally decided on building a bunch of heroes from my favorite books, but eventually I reached the height limit, so I couldn't build any more than I already had. Thanks to Air Owl for finishing the floor, and I hope you enjoy my build. Buddy. Well, we have some books on the ground down there. Got some signs here. There's some info for visiting her plot. And then if we look over here, we have Henry 100 Cupboards, or Cupboards Trilogy, never heard of it. The Sam Outlaws of Time, never heard of it. Shade, never heard of it. Janner, the Wing Feathers Saga. Never heard of it. Piper probably looks at all these and goes, "You fool! I know all these." Calmore / Wolf King, the Wing Feather Saga. Never heard of it. We already went through that one though, kind of. More of the Wing Feather Saga. Never heard of any of these things. Elytra Point, height limit here. Try elytrine off of here. Don't tell me what to do. So again, let's look at the builds though. Very cool. I mean, obviously know nothing about these books, but very cool build. Very nice use of height to get a lot of stuff in. Very cool effects on the builds for the characters, the eyes, the faces. So nicely done to you. All right, our next build here is by Riotous, and there was no book. It looks like a frog sitting at a chair with bunny slippers. And I don't know what's going on there. Maybe this is related to the other build too. I haven't actually looked at the books, if there is one on the other build. But it looks like there's like a computer or something here. And some writings going on. I don't know what this is here. It looks like a candle or a light. I don't know. Going down here. I don't really know what's going on here with this one. And there's no signs. But it's very cool. I like it. And hopefully the next build over here will let us know what's going on. Alright, so the next build here next to it. I mean, very similar builds. So I think they're affiliated with each other. Pretty much the same style. This is by chronicclub. And again, I don't see any book at all. I mean, unless I'm missing something. And it says here, homework sucks, no excuses. The same bunny slippers, character sitting. This guy looks like he's half man, half frog. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. These guys are crazy. This dude looks like he's saying something to this guy. Maybe he turned him into that half frog thing. I don't know. Something weird going on with his drink here. I guess that's steam, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know, and I'm not sure like what all this stuff on the floor is supposed to be representing. So I don't know what's going on here, but I like it. Nice job by the two of you. All right, our next build is by lilaluff. It says hello, and I may have mispronounced that. Hello, Boz, and everyone who is watching. This is my very first build on this server. I have built a reading room. It is filled with many things, such as a big bookcase, comfy chair with a footrest in front, small cat basket with water ball, few shelves on the walls, dream catcher on the wall, smaller bookcase, CD player on it, big window, ladder, clock above the door, lots of books in the whole room, and many more smaller details around the room. This build took me around 10 hours to complete. I had lots of fun and even met some new people in chat. Hope you like my build. Well, I do. So let's look around it here real quick. I like the wall patterns. And a nice job here on the window. Nice big window. But let's work our way in. Harry Potter, the Half-Blood Prince. I said Harry Blood. That's kind of weird. We've got all of our cool stuff. We got our CD player there. Got all the books on the shelves and all the shelving with other stuff on it. Lots of cool Minecrafty stuff there on the shelf. Nice light hanging, clock on the walls. Just a very detailed build. Got a ladder to go up there. Got kind of our chair there. What do we got here? The current book. Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows. Always. I don't know what that means. Never read the books or seen the movie. You guys are like, Buzz doesn't know any of these things. And then we have the dragon head here. Steve's home. It looks like that dog / dragon dog ready to pounce. Oh no, the dragon. So really a lot of detail here. There was a book that talked about secrets. This is one of those builds that I do encourage you to download the world. Don't look at the book, explore it, and just see what you can find. And then check the book out that talks about the secrets. But a very great build for your first build. You've set the bar high. Hopefully you continue to come back, build on other themes that interest you, and hang out with people. But nicely done. All right, this next one's by Mr. itducker, the artiste. It says the Etruscan book made from gold is probably the oldest book. I placed it inside probably the newest book, which itself is in the most recognizable form. I'm way better at building than writing books. Okay, well, it says OP, one pet. Can't go through there. First I thought that was glass. Let's go on in. And, you know, we can see this original old book here. Ooh, we have an ebook on the back. It's really hard to get too much distance here. But if we get up here, we can see this Etruscan. I want to make sure I said it right. And there it is, the oldest book. And then I gotta keep forgetting that's glass. I always forget, I can't go through that. But then we look back out here, we see the OP one pet. I'm not really sure that's referring to something else. And then if we look here at the book on the back, it says books inside. And it looks like it's got like a big chest there. I don't know if we can go in here and see anything. I'm stuck. There's a book there, yet to be written. Well, he is not very good at writing books. He didn't finish. You guys need to get on Ed. Like a troll move by Mr. Ed, but Ed always builds great stuff. Nicely done to you, Mr. Ed. Alright, this next one, very nice build. This is by Action, and here's what she had to say. My build is Nancy Drew, one of my favorite book series. I also like the Nancy Drew video games. Thank you for showing my build. Have a great day. Well, I used to watch the Nancy Drew show and the Hardy Boys on TV when I was a kid. Read some of the books. My oldest daughter, the wife and I's oldest daughter, has actually read some of the Nancy Drew mysteries, and my wife actually has some Nancy Drew mystery books. And we still have them here on our bookshelves. And those were books she had when she was a kid. So here you can see I like the shadowy silhouette there of kind of Nancy Drew doing her thing, investigating. We have a book here of the Nancy Drew, The Secret of the Old Clock. And then here we have what may be Action's character kind of being a Nancy Drew-ish character. And down here on the ground we have silhouette of Nancy Drew. Well, we knew that. There's Nancy Drew. Nancy Drew's convertible. The first Nancy Drew book in the series. So just really cool. I like it. Nice to see Nancy Drew being in here. You know, a lot of the kids really don't know Nancy Drew except maybe from the video games that they're not super well known, but they are out there. You know, and a lot of people don't even know about the Hardy Boys. So very cool, very nice build. All right, our next build is by Attack on Floral. It says, hello, thank you for showing my build. For this week's theme, I built an open book, and above the book is a runner from the Maze Runner. The black around his feet has made it to look like ink that is dripping from his feet onto the paper because he is a book character. Thank you. Well, I like it. I like the big book. I like the kind of the ink effect that's making the writing. I kind of like the blood there to be used as the writing. I think this texture pack, resource pack, really makes that almost look like it is writing. I don't know how well it'll translate to a YouTube video with the compression, but it looks really cool here. So nicely done to you, Attack on Floral. All right, next up we have a build from Mr. Affleck the Duck, who recently competed against DB in a challenge, and DB crushed him like the weakling duck that he is. There was no book that I could see, so I don't know if this is supposed to be like some type of library or something, but it's got a really nice garden and bridges and kind of like little creeks running around. And then if we go inside, we have the library itself, I guess. Maybe it's a bookstore, who knows. Lots of books on the shelves. Very nice build, some flowers. And then maybe this is where the head librarian is, or where you buy your books. Maybe it's a Barnes & Noble. I don't know. But it's very cool. I like it. A nice use of the extra plot size, but not going with the standard, 4 long or 2 by 2, all together. So nicely done to you, Mr. Affleck. All right, next up here we have Mr. Chewable Tablets. This is my build. It's a bookworm. Ha 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 ha. I'm not funny. I couldn't think of anything, so I just built a pun with a book incorporated in it. Credits on the next page. I don't want to go to your credits. That's what I say to your credits, Mr. Punny. So here's your book. Here's the worm. Looks like he's got glasses or something on, or he's wearing goggles. I don't know. He's got trouble reading. I don't know what worm's shelf life is, but, you know, to have glasses with a, you know, something that doesn't really live that long. So it's pretty bad to see the eyes going out already. But hey, it's a bookworm. What's it going to do? Piper is a bookworm. So is Piper this? Is this Piper? I don't know. We'll have to ask her. But again, nicely done to you, Mr. Chewable. Well, that is going to do it for this week. Obviously, thanks to Piper for making a comeback appearance. Thanks to this person here, HGP, for not finishing their build. We got a little book here built by Bob Slacker. He didn't slack. I don't know what this thing is. This is by, is this Jet MC28? But this person over here didn't finish. Come on, as always, each week and build. Hang out with people. People play games. Maria didn't finish her build. Another Hunger Games Catching Fire build here by Master Bear Attack. But come on and build each week. Hang out with people. If the theme doesn't interest you, you can come on and help others, chat with them, do whatever you like. But we always like to see people come on and build, and we'll see you next week.